Put your glasses up. Put your glasses up. A toast to the men.
Welcome to A Toast to the Men with your guy S.D. Booker. Thanks for joining me. Toasters, I want to talk about the number one reason our couples do not make it. The number one reason why couples do not make it. My belief is the number one reason couples don't make it or last for the long haul, for the long term, in a divine love manner. Not just lasting, not just existing. You know, there's some people that have fought and drug each other over the finish line, to 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. But it's not divine love. It's not esoteric love. It's not spiritual love. They are for the relationship or with each other for the wrong reasons. And it takes a toll on their minds, bodies, spirit, because it's not divine love and they don't have peace. They don't have peace of mind. But I'm talking about the reasons people don't last or do last in a divine love manner for the long haul. And that is, they either fail or stop speaking to one another with caring, loving words. If they do last, they continue or they remember to speak to each other with caring and loving words. Our words are the most powerful thing we have. That's our seed. In the beginning was God. In the beginning was the Word. The Word has always been here. That's the most powerful thing you have is your word, your seed. And that has the most powerful impact and influence on us, how we speak to each other, especially the one you land with, you're swapping DNA with, your soul budding with, you have a spiritual tie with, you're waking up with, going to sleep with, watching each other age, fighting battles with, conquering demons with, and overcoming things with, and creating blessings, receiving blessings, and having joys and triumphs with. It hits differently when that person starts talking to you with tender love and care. And it hits differently when they continue to, or when they do talk to you with tender love and care. If you want to know how a person really feels about you and feels about themselves, watch how they talk. Watch how they talk about themselves, and watch how they talk to you. Watch how they talk to other people. This will tell you everything. If this person is in a healthy space or not. Now, it doesn't mean they're a bad person or evil person, but they just might not be in that healthy place at that moment in their life. But we can influence each other when we find ourselves in that situation, in that relationship. I believe we can influence each other to turn that corner to positivity if we continue to stay the course and speaking that positive word and not letting the negativity influence us. I believe over time it influences the other person. I truly believe that. But we give up too soon and we let ego get in the way. I've been a victim of that. Impatience and let ego get in the way and just like F it, we give up. or you start doing other things that's not beneficial to the relationship. This is how powerful the words are. We're going to relate this to current events, right? Some Hollywood. Words are so powerful. And I don't know if you're up on this, y'all, if you're up on this, toasters, but Cardi B said that what really got her emotions going and had her buying into Stefan Diggs is he said, I want to heal you. Just that. I want to heal you. Now, that's powerful. Now, it could be disingenuous. I don't know. Maybe he had good intentions, but he wasn't healed himself. Maybe he had good intentions. And he found out, man, this is more than I could take on once he really got involved with her. Or maybe he didn't have good intentions at all. I don't know. But we're going to focus on the words. Words are very powerful. And basically, it's essentially saying, I see the damage, and it's not your fault. I don't believe that is arbitrarily true, but it's not your fault. I see the damage that's been done. And not only do I want to heal you, I'm going to heal you. That you're worthy of love. That's what I believe, how she processed that. That you're saying, I'm worthy of love, and I'm going to get you back right. That's powerful. And that had her bought in. Now we see how things have turned out recently, but just focusing on that, those are powerful words. And anytime you see a woman that you perceive to be and I'm going away from Cardi and Stefan right now, I'm just talking in general. Anytime you see a woman in a relationship that you perceive to be a toxic or abusive relationship, I guarantee he's saying something to her. I guarantee the words are powerful enough to keep her there. And that's what I've heard people say in the past when I've heard stories of abuse or domestic violence. And it could be two-way, but right now I'm just talking about one-sided right now. That he said this to me. He said he would do this. He said we were going to be this. And that's how it keeps it, man. The words. And the words are so much more powerful when they're rooted in good intent, when they're rooted in a healthy energy. They're so much more powerful. But it takes, I don't want to say a killing of the ego, but it takes a lowering or a management of the ego. Because you're going to have situations where there's miscommunication and maybe you and that person are not on the same vibe or frequency. And you may feel that you're right. You have to relinquish the ego to still let that person know we're on the same team. We're on the same team. It's never me against you or you against me. We're having a moment, but we're on the same team. I got you. You have to create that reassurance. Now, you're only responsible for a portion of that. You have to work on, you're only responsible how you deliver it. That deliver the message, the words with tender love and care, good intent. But you don't have any control how that person receives it. The word says, do not easily offend and don't easily be offended. Listen to that again. The word talking about words. The word says, do not easily offend and do not be easily offended. So this is a two-way party. This is a two-way street. This is a handshake and a responsibility and accountability on both parties. The speaker and the hearer. The doer and the receiver. So it's not just on one person. You know, I told my girl in the beginning, and it's a cold line, y'all. But I was sincere. I was genuine. I told her, I said, listen, because I know me. I'm straightforward. I'm a straight shooter. But it takes some years, and I'm still working years on my delivery. But I've gotten a lot better. I could be too straightforward. But that's how I like it, right? I like it straightforward. I don't like passive aggressiveness or beating around the bush. Just let me know. Let me know what it is. So, but everybody's not like that, especially women. You know, they process things differently. But I told her this. I said, listen, baby, I may, over time, over the years, hurt your feelings, but I'll never break your heart. And what I mean by that is, y'all, I have total control of whether or not I break her heart. You know, that's so definitive, and that's so one-sided, I believe, breaking someone's heart. Like you cross the line. You cross the line of principles, of code. Right? So I'm saying I never break code. I never break the principles we agree upon or my own principles. But I may hurt your feelings because there may be miscommunication. There may be a time where my delivery is off. But my heart is my heart. And I'll never have a cold or stone heart against you to where I hurt. So I break your heart. You know, I never get to that point. But yeah, that's a cold line, y'all. But that's the thing, y'all. We have to be cognizant of our words. How do we deliver them? How do we receive words? And when you're in these relationships, you got to see each other as one. You can't see each other separate. So I got to see you and me. You got to see me and you. And we got to know, hey, we're a team. We're a unit. We're one unit. We're not separate. And most people don't get to that point or not in that point when they are one. They see each other separately. And that's why feelings get hurt often. Well, emotions get involved and people take things personally because they see each other as separate entities. But we have to become one, just as the church and Jesus became one. The man and the woman must become one. That's divine unity. That's divine love. There's no greater love than that when you can reach that echelon, that upper echelon. There's no greater love. But, you know, thinking about Cardi B and touching on that Cardi B situation, I want to leave something with the ladies. I know this is a toast to the man channel and podcast, but I do have women that tune in. I want to leave something for the ladies today, and I'll address the fellas another day. I want to leave you with this. These are some key signs, not just key signs, key spiritual or esoteric signs, divine love signs that a man loves you. 1, soul level safety. Soul level safety. That means a profound and calm knowing that you are safe in his presence. Free from ego, free from feeling or manipulation. Like you just know my soul is safe in this man's presence. That's number one sign, ladies. Number two sign, the mirror effect. What does that mean, the mirror effect? He acts as a reflection of your own best self, encouraging you. Yeah, encouraging your growth, seeing your divine beauty. And even when you cannot see your divine beauty, he sees it. Number three, ladies, energetic protection. He becomes a protector of your peace. Yes, actively reducing stress in your life. Not adding stress, reducing stress in your life, ladies, and honoring your boundaries. That's important. Next one, telepathic connection. Man, this is important and understated. Telepathic connection, a sense of knowing what the other person is thinking. Sometimes experiencing shared thoughts and feelings at the same time. And even the same mannerisms. That means that's a connection, a telepathic connection. That's freaky when you see, especially the mannerisms. Man, that could have you cracking up, kind of scary. When y'all touch your head in the same manner watching TV, or you got your legs the same way, or you're doing something with your tongue, and when you're in deep thought or focusing, it's like, damn, I never did that before, but that means you're in tune. And lastly, it's how you know a man really loves you in an esoteric or spiritual way. Softened ego. And I mentioned that earlier, softened ego. He lowers his walls, allowing himself to be vulnerable. That's tough. That's tough for men. But when he lowers his walls and allows himself to be vulnerable, that man loves you. And he's open with you. A sign that his soul feels safe. That's a sign that his soul feels safe with you. And it feels at home. That's how you know. Now, if you notice, I didn't mention anything superficial. I didn't mention anything materialistic. Because that doesn't say he loves you. Now, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are on this earth, in this carnal world. And we do enjoy materialistic things. Some more than others. So, yeah, that should be like icing on the cake, though. That should not be the foundation of your relationship, of your connection. You cannot lead with money, with material things, with superficial things. They cannot be your foundation. It will crash. It will crash. That's not built up in the spiritual world. That's built up in a carnal, earthly world. It will crash. So yes, those things are fine. That's, cherry on top, icing on the cake. But your foundation got to be rooted in something more stable on a spiritual level. If you want that divine love and divine connection and unity that can stand the test of time. So let me know what you think, toasters. Comment in the comments section. Hit the like button. Make sure you hit that like button. And I'll see you next time. Peace.